Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Kenny here. Today, I'm taking you along for a full day of fishing at this location. This is one of my favorite local location. I mean, it's not really local; it's a couple hours away. But yeah, as you can see, there's already a blue catfish in this improv live well, and I'm just reading this off Chat GPT right now. But my buddy, his dad already got here 30 minutes before I showed up. And yeah, I mean, they just put the catfish in here just in case that, if we decided to keep the fish later, we can just take it out and it's still fresh and alive. I do have my bucket with me and it's just full of live minnows. And we just gonna be using live minnows for some snakehead fishing. Man, check out the size of this jumbo white perch. This thing's easily 10 and a half to like 11 inch, and it's just really hard for you guys to actually see the actual size of it because I'm wearing my GoPro on my chest, so everything is a little distorted. But what a nice catch. And I'm just fishing on this side with my friend's dad right now because the other side's a little sunny. And so as you can see, so I've got my gear set up right here. I have a medium action spinning rod. I've been throwing a lot of like soft plastic and top water lures and frogs. And it's like a hit or miss sometimes. So right now I'm just throwing like a jig head with a paddle tail swim bait on and just slow and steady retrieve. Basically, I do have all the other rods already set up and it's in the water right now. So this one is just to kill some time. So, man, it's been about like probably 3 hours into fishing already, and the first bite came as a surprise. Honestly, I couldn't even tell if there was a fish or not until I see the bobber went down. And when the bobbers like disappeared, and you can see the water is like dead calm and still. It's extremely like glassy right now. There's no wind or anything, right? And your bobber went down. You know it's a fish right away. Alright, so you guys are going to be seeing me walking back and forth a lot in this video, and the explanation is very simple. We're sharing a cooler, but there's a lot of stuff inside the cooler, like the ice and the fish, the baits and everything. It's just not ideal to be dragging the cooler back and forth, and then someone might be fishing all the way at the end of the bridge, and then another person's on the other side, the opposite. And that's why you're gonna be seeing me walking back and forth because we have to share. And I need to get the pliers and stuff, and also have to like dispatch the fish and then just put it back in the cooler. And I think it's legally required that you have to dispatch the fish. Oh, I think my friend just hooked up onto something. So yeah, man, just let's see what he got. Check it out. This is a oh, that's a nice size yellow perch right there. That is a jumbo yellow perch. I mean, I honestly like maybe somewhere else you catch like really big fish, but man, this is a really good size over here. For this area at least. I mean, this thing is easily 11 inches, easily 11 inches yellow perch right here, chunker. I just got my second fish, and I think it has something to do with the tidal waves. It's basically, after maybe it's been only about like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes since the first catch, and right after, you can tell everything just started picking up, all the rods getting hit. All right, so yeah, man, this one is roughly about like 2.5 pound. It's not a really big one or anything, but it's a decent catch. Fish is a fish. Now, yeah, we're pretty much just discussing, about like all the rods right now, because you can tell like some of the rods are getting hit, or like you're getting a few like nibbles, and then you kind of have to like change your minnows every once in a while. But yeah, basically, viewers' discretion is advised from now on, because I might have to, bleed the fish out, and basically legally, I have to dispatch the fish before I can like transfer it. I don't think it's legal to transfer any live snakehead, especially like even if it's in a cooler or anything. And so yeah. And if anyone is looking for the most basic way of, snakehead fishing setup, you might just want to fish with a bobber and a hook. Have a couple split shot on it. Make sure your minnow is fresh and alive, and make sure it's swimming. So you don't want to hook it through the spine. I hook it through the back, but without touching the spine. Otherwise, your fish is gonna die. And I think hooking through the nose or through the mouth is fine too. Except it's going to be really hard for the fish to breathe for a really long time and swim around. I think naturally, if you hook it through the mouth, they don't swim as like a regular fish. And yeah, I think my buddy just hooked up onto another fish right now. So just trying to make sure that we don't get tangled up. Well, he didn't seem too enthusiastic, but hey man, that's a nice catch. That's a really nice catch right there. That thing is at least like 3.5 to 4 pound, if not more, maybe 4.5. I think it's a nice catfish, isn't it? It was a 4.5, roughly close to like 5 pound blue catfish actually. And we are taking him to the live well right now just to keep him alive and fresh, just in case if we decided to keep. And I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, we actually let all of them go. We didn't want to keep anything either at the end because stay tuned, guys. You're gonna see a lot of like fishing in this video. A lot of snakehead. Oh man, and I think there's like a window time frame or something. You know, when the bites get hot, it gets hot. You know, we're just non-stop getting a lot of like action right now. Buddy just caught another small one. I think this one's roughly about say 1.5 to 2 pounds. But yeah, I mean, this is the third snakehead of the day, and we're just stoked to be here fishing and not getting skunked. Check out this nice little fish that my friend just caught over here. This one is roughly about like 2.5 pounder. And man, this is just like a cookie cutter size for this area. I've seen a lot of people, you know, catching dragons. I'm talking about like 30 inches, 8-10 pounder out of this body of water many times before. But hey, food is food. We got some dinner. Yeah, and you know, when you're fishing over here, there's gonna be a lot of walking back and forth, like I explained earlier in the video. Yeah, so you just gotta be respectful and try not to walk in the middle of the bridge, this bridge roads, because traffic is actually pretty light over here. But you know, you see cars going back and forth, and it's actually really loud. It's extremely loud right now. It's just that, you know, it's like everything is muffled, so you won't have to be deafened by it. Alright, and my buddy just got another fish. I think this is the third or fourth fish, snakehead, that he caught already. If you pay close attention, the snakehead is actually sitting on the rocks in between, right in between the green bobber and the water bottle on the ground, where his boots are. But what I'm about to show you is just how fast these bites can happen. Like, I'm talking about like just less than a minute. So stay tuned. Okay, so as I was, taking a look at the other snakehead, we noticed that the bobber actually went down on this rod, so I had to set the hook real quick and double check just to see if anything is still on. And yeah, the minnow is still on. He looks like he's dead, but he's actually fully alive. Just has a lot of like sludge and gunk on it. Always make sure that your minnow is still fresh and alive. Uh, but yeah, with for snakehead fishing, a lot of time the barber went down and the fish, like smart enough just to take your bait, and then you just have to put on a new minnow. And yep, this happens a lot when you fish next to your friend, and you have a bunch of lines in the water. So if just caught up in some kind of entanglement here, but bear with me for a second. And also, like, check out this cast, guys. See how fast it is when the bite is hot. See how fast it is to catch a snakehead. And just wait until I cast it out and see how long it will take me before the rod get hit. Fish on, guys, just like that. And I think it took about like 25 seconds for that fish to, you know, take it. And just like that, when the bites are hot, it's on, it's quick, non-stop action. And I do notice that I think over here there's like a window time frame where you can catch these fish out of, and then after that the bites slow down again, and then you kind of have to wait until like right around sunset when everything should start picking up again. Dreamwork make the teamwork, baby. Oh no. God dang, this chat GPT. Come on, man. Like, how am I supposed to read this? Very, very decent size snakehead right here, guys. This thing is at least 4.5 pound. Still not the biggest one, but when the fishing is great, you just can't really complain. The bite was hot. I think it's probably like 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon right now. So then I caught a nice yellow perch, and man, this yellow perch is easily 13 inches, jumbo fish. Um, and yeah, I mean we do measure our catches. Most of the time you can kind of like eyeball it. If you fish long enough, you just know it's a keeper. For yellow perch, they only have to be over 9 inches. This one's easily like 13 inches. So it's a good eating fish as well. So this is a really nice chunky one. Just put them on a stringer and put them in the water, and they will be fine. And yeah, I mean, when you snakehead fishing with a live minnow, you also catch yellow perch and catfish, and also crabs, as well as white perch. There's no legal size limit for white perch you can keep, but honestly, well, we don't really use them anyways. I know that you can actually use white perch as cut bait for catfish, but you might want to check the regulations on that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like white perch around here, and then this is what I'm throwing. Just it's good old paddle tail swim bait on a jig head. What I do is just launch it out there, let it sit on the bottom, and it just slowly retrieve, right? So your jig is just constantly bouncing off like the bottom. And when it does that, it attracts like snakeheads and other predator fish. The swim bait did not work, so I had the regular good old trusty setup out, with a bobber. And as soon as I put a minnow on and cast it out there, my bobber went down again. And it's just like that. I mean, it's like 4:30 p.m. right now. The bite slowed down, and then everything just picked up again. Let's go. Another good one. Man, this is a good fish. This thing is probably 3 pound, 3 pounder, 3.5, something like that. And yeah, I'm fishing with my buddy's dad now. He's fishing all the way on the other side, and I'm over here on the other end of the bridge, just fishing with his dad. And in between, we do a little bit of crabbing in between as well, because there's a lot of nice, good size crab over here. So we do catch like crabs in between as well. So towards the end of the video, you'll see a little bit of like crabbing, and just with a hand line. Pretty simple stuff. Check out the damage. Yeah, man, bite was hot. That's all I gotta say. See how the line went slack? When that happens, that's probably there's a fish on it. And yeah, just tighten the line up, see if there's any tension, and just set the hook on it, man. As simple as that. Snakehead fishing with a bobber. There's really no tricks to it. It's just simple. had to walk across the street just to flex on him real quick because my friend's dad was complaining about not catching any bites. He said that the snakeheads are not on this side of the bridge, and so I was like, hey, this is the third one that I've caught so far. You know, but it's all just funny. You know, it's just all funny banter. At the end of the night, he gets to keep all the fish actually because I usually don't really keep my catches, so I give them away to my friend's family. And you know, as we were talking about this fish and you know, just weighing it, this one's probably about like 4 pound. And man, look how happy he is just to hold on to a fish. Nah, I'm just kidding. But man, the bite got really hot, so like I ran across the street again because the other rod went down. And oh, let's see what it is. Right now, I'm pretty much just enjoying the moment, watching my friend's dad fishing over there. You know, he's still trying to get on his first snakehead, so hey, respect. But yeah, I mean, it's such an amazing day today. You know, we've been here since like 7:30 a.m. and right now it's like 6ish p.m. almost sunset. So yeah, just taking a moment to enjoy this. And I mean, I'm also like watching my bobber as well. You know, I'm gonna walk over here so you can see my bobber in the water, and at the same time so I can enjoy the view. So that's my bobber right there. Looks kind of trippy, huh? It's just the way how it's like bouncing up and down with the ripples, with the current. And also in between, while waiting for a fish to bite, we do a little bit of like hand line crabbing. Just tie a chicken drumstick, or chicken neck, turtle neck, and any kind of like, I guess any kind of like dead bait, meat, maybe a sausage. I think that would work. Crabs, man, they cling on to anything, and so basically, yeah, I mean, it's actually worth it. If you have patience and time, all you have to do, because it doesn't take that much. It takes about like 30 seconds to like a minute just to catch a crab. If you're patient enough and gentle enough to be able to pull him up and scoop him with the net. And here you can kind of see how I can tell that there is a crab on the line. And as you can see, it's like the motion of a crab tugging, the line, like pulling the bait, trying to rip the bait out of the line, because I'm tying a rope on a turtleneck, right? I'm tying a turtleneck on a rope, and I just threw it out there. So when you check on that rope, you can see how the rope is actually being tugged. It's being yanked back and forth. It's being pulled into the water, and it's just really simple. That's one of the quicker way to know if there's a crab on it or not, especially when you see a bunch of crabs on it. You would see your line going a little slack, and it's like tight right away. It's just crabs pulling it. this is probably the last bite of the day. My line went slack, bobber down, so I just had to slowly reel it in and then just set the hook on it. And yeah, I mean, fishing was just really good today. So if you want to see some of the catches that we caught today, it's in the end of the video.